Hey guys, I want to talk about the war of ideas, or more specifically, the concept of the war of ideas. I am against it. I think that it is such a dumb framework to put your disagreements into, that framework of like a war of ideas guiding the way that you interact with somebody who has a different idea from you is just so non-productive. It's such a terrible... I hate that guys like Sam Harris say it, who are kind of thought leaders, and a lot of people agree with him just because they think he's so smart, but... And this is not an anti-Sam Harris thing. I think he's a really smart guy too, but I just think that his approach to disagreements is wrong-headed, because a war of ideas means necessarily that you have to conquer the other person's ideas, which is... That's never gonna happen. That never ever happens. If you dig your heels in and you say that this person, you are wrong, and you are wrong for these reasons, and even if those reasons are amazing and just perfectly sound logically, the other person is still going to say, no, you're wrong, and here's why, and then they'll give their dumb reasons, and you will always have that disagreement. I'm parked halfway. It doesn't matter. And so it's an extension of a more coercive way of thinking, because you're not going to convince that person, obviously, and that's really not the goal. It's just to convince other people who are listening to the conversation. And so if you can convince some other people who are listening to the conversation, and then you guys happen to get your way, you happen to be the powerful ones, then you can suppress the other ideas, and you suppress the people who have those ideas. And so they don't get to actually make decisions, and so I guess in that respect you've won the war of ideas, but that's temporary. I mean, unless you, like, literally kill people, but let's not be monsters here, it's a temporary thing, because the power dynamic often changes. And so when those people who had their ideas suppressed previously get a chance to have the power, then they will in turn suppress you and your ideas. And so I guess in that respect they'll have won the war of ideas. So nobody really wins. Nobody gets their mind changed by the war of ideas. So why would you even use that framework to have a disagreement? Really, what you should do is have an exchange of ideas. Try to understand the person and how they think and why they think what they think. And maybe they're wrong, but you have to understand them. And then when you understand them and you ask questions and you don't judge them for it, and you really in earnest try to grasp why they think what they think. Number one, you may possibly, and I know that this is hard to accept, be wrong. Number two, the other person is going to be a lot more likely to be accepting of your ideas. That seems way more effective. And you may convince them, you may not, but you are certainly going to have a better chance of convincing them than a war of ideas. I dropped a knowledge bomb on him. I took a machine gun to his thoughts, and I suicide bombed his paradigm. And it's just such a 14-year-old way of approaching disagreements. It's silly. Understand the person. Why do they think that? You'll like them more, they'll like you more. You're a lot more likely to come to an agreement about that. So that's the lesson. That's it. Just try to be cooler to the people you disagree with, and try to understand them. That's number one. Understand them. They're not automatically wrong. They have different thoughts from you. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. I think I got the point across. Like, subscribe, all that, good stuff, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.